Good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back with your afternoon blog for Friday, July 18th, 2014, around 5:10 p.m. in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's about 80 degrees out, low humidity, the sun shines out. It's a perfect summer day. I hope you enjoyed it, because we're going to have a lot more of these days, the next 3 days, before the steamy weather comes back again. A couple of news items to report. The Atlanta Braves released second baseman Dan Uggla from his contract. He was struggling the past couple of years. That's too bad for Dan, but the Braves still have to owe him $18 million of his contract for the rest of this year. And 2015, any team could pick him up and pay the minimum and stuff like that. But it's great if you get released from playing any sport. And if it's a guaranteed contract, you're set. It's just set. What a life he has. He doesn't have to play and he still gets paid. And also, MeTV will be airing reruns of the classic television series Chips that ran on NBC from 1977 through 1983 this fall. Good to see Ponce and John again on the air on MeTV, and it's good. And now my next subject is in my continuing series of who should be in the Hall of Fame, if this player's a Hall of Famer, and it's about former NHL goaltender Mike liut. Is he a Hall of Famer? Mike played in the NHL for 13 seasons for the Blues, the Whalers, and the Capitals. Actually, before his NHL career, he played 2 years for the now defunct Cincinnati Stingers of the World Hockey Association. And Mike's career stats: he played in 664 games. He won 294 games, lost 271 times, had 74 ties, 25 shutouts. He had a goal against average of 3.48. He was the 1981 Players MVP, which was the Lester Pearson Award, and he came within 2 votes of winning the Hart Trophy that year. And he made first NHL All-Star team back in 1981, and he was named to the second All-Star team, NHL postseason team, in 1987. 3 times he won 30 or more games. He had a save percentage of .881. He played in 1 All-Star game in 1982. Do I think Mike liut's a Hall of Famer? No. He was a .500 goaltender. He never played for the Stanley Cup Championship. He played on some mediocre Whalers teams. He was basically a .500 goaltender, a high goals against average. Even though he was a workhorse in the net, he lost a lot of games, and it was basically a .500 goaltender. He never won a Vezina Trophy, because in 1981 the Vezina Trophy was given out to the goaltender with the best goals against average, and the next year, in 1982, they changed it to become the best goaltender, and liut was not even like a finalist for the Vezina Trophy during his career, and he was been eligible since 1995, but he's not gotten any consideration. And you don't put basically .500 goaltenders in the Hall of Fame unless if they won cups, but he never won a Stanley Cup. An interesting little tidbit on Mike liut: he's the second cousin of Ron Francis, who they used to be teammates on the Whalers, and Ron Francis is a Hall of Famer because he was one of the best players of all time in the NHL. Mike liut was probably the best goaltender in the NHL for only 1 year in 1981, and that was about it. 1-year careers do not make Hall of Famers, and Mike liut had a decent career, but it's not Hall of Fame worthy. I don't think he's ever going to go into the Hall of Fame, in the Hockey Hall of Fame at all. Well, that's about it for right now. I'll be back later with my 3rd and final video vlog of the night, and it's going to be about the classic TV game show Card Sharks. I hope you enjoyed these video blogs, and I'm enjoying these doing to you, my Facebook friends and my YouTube followers. These vlogs are informative and stuff, and if you want a shout out, I'll give you a shout out. If you private message me, if anything you want me to plug or promote, I'll promote it. And if you have any ideas for these blogs, send me a private message and I'll talk about it. I'm not going to talk about anything that has to do with religion or sex or personal stuff or anything. That's about it for right now. Have a good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye.